guys, can we just stop the live action remakes? It's time to stop. It's time to stop. I'm in a pickle with this film. I'm in a dilemma. Because on one hand, on its own, it's not terrible. It's actually pretty solid on its own as a movie. But given that this is a shot-for-shot remake of a film that came out 15 years ago, I can't help but think, what was the point? Like, there are far too many scenes that play out exactly like the original, down to the dialogue, sometimes even down to the editing. It's the exact same beats. It's trying to capture a comedic style that doesn't fit the medium that it's in. The performances, while they're not bad in a vacuum, don't really capture what the original movie does. It feels like these actors have been directed to say, all right, give a perfect line delivery from the animated, but maybe go to 80%. Don't perfectly capture it. Maybe switch up your rhythm of this line or your tone of voice when you say this word. Don't perfectly capture it, but get close enough. And that's not what I want out of a performance. It doesn't feel genuine. The only character that really feels genuine in this film is Gerard Butler, because he played his character in the original film. He knows how to capture this character, and he brings that back to this live action film. And it makes that new dialogue or the extended scenes stick out like a sore thumb because the writing feels too modern. It feels much more of a reflection of cinema as it is right now, not as it was 15 years ago in an animated film. It sticks out like a sore thumb, and it just has these wildly different tones. And this is the cherry on top, that aside from Gerard Butler, of course, these actors are delivering performances to a script that was not written for them. Case in point, the character Snotlout, who in the original is voiced by Jonah Hill, they have this 18 or 19-year-old kid, and they're having him deliver Jonah Hill's comedic style, which was meant for animation and meant to be a voice performance, and they're having him carry that out in live action with really awkward physical mannerisms, and it just doesn't work. Like, that's Jonah Hill. He has a very distinct comedic style, and that character's very clearly written to be for Jonah Hill and his comedic style. And it just does not work here at all. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, Mason Thames, not bad as Hiccup in a vacuum, but when you compare it to Jay Baruchel, he's just leagues better and captures the heart of Hiccup so much better. It's the same with Astrid. It's just not the same. And you can't expect me to ignore the animated when you are trying to capture something that is so purposely the same as the thing you're trying to adapt it from. If it was not a shot-for-shot remake, if it was something like Beauty and the Beast, where it switches things up and brings a new dynamic to the story, I would forgive a lot of these issues. And maybe I might have other issues with it, but I would at least approach that film differently. But with something that is so clearly a shot-for-shot remake, you can't expect me to ignore the source material. You can't expect me to ignore the animated film because it's so integral to really capturing what this live-action remake is about. And that's my major issue with the film. I know this review has been really negative, so here's a couple positives. Gerard Butler, of course, is fantastic. Really just captures Stoic really well. Of course, he played him in the original, but again, just really brings his all here. He really is the MVP of this film. The flying scenes are really cinematic and really beautiful to watch, especially on the big screen. In the final battle, this live-action remake really does capture, I would maybe even say, a better sense of scale than the animated film does. It really makes you feel how large this mother dragon is, especially on the IMAX screen. So I think it's worth seeing in IMAX for the scale of that final battle because it really does capture that well. And the film does capture the emotions to the best of its ability. Again, in a vacuum, I think these emotional beats would really, really work. But I couldn't help but wonder what the point of it was if the same director is going to make a shot-for-shot remake of his original film and not add anything substantial to it. That's all I'm saying. Again, on its own, it's perfectly fine. It's a pretty enjoyable film on its own, but you just can't expect me to ignore the original film here in this instance. And comparatively, it's not even close. Gosh, I can't wait for my casual movie-going friends to try and gaslight me into thinking this is a good movie, because it's not really. I mean, Letterboxd has already been doing that already. Every review that I'm seeing is like, yeah, this is great. And I think maybe that's just because the Disney live-action remakes are so bad that comparatively, when you're looking at it as a remake, this is pretty stellar comparatively. But I can't really compare it to Disney because there hasn't really been a true shot-for-shot remake of an original film that Disney has done. This is really the first case study that we've seen with a true shot-for-shot remake, and I just want these to stop. I just don't want any more live-action remakes. That's my ultimate point here. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it. I want to hear your thoughts, so let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see y'all in the next one.